What's up, everybody? Andy from StarWars.com here again at Lucasfilm headquarters. This week, we saw how a certain starfighter was created in Wings of the Master, and now I'm gonna take you behind the scenes. So strap in. Rebels Recon starts right now. Suffering a terrible defeat to the Empire, Rex points Hera towards a potential solution.
A blockade buster.
What's the problem? Let's get it.
Shipmaster Corey will only discuss his ship in person.
After a rough landing, the crew discovers a new prototype ship which could turn the tide for the rebellion.
That's it.
Surprising the Empire with an attack of her own, Hera proves her worth and is promoted to Phoenix Leader. In addition to the prototype B-Wing, we also got a glimpse at Hera's past this week. I sat down with cast and crew to talk about creating this legendary spacecraft, as well as how this story will play into Hera's evolution going forward. So we learn a bit more about Hera's backstory in this episode. Is there any more insight you can share about her past?
It was important for us to establish that she has this love of flight. One of the things that happens in Star Wars is pilots tend to be pilots at a very young age. You know, Anakin was already doing amazing pod racing things when he was 9 years old.
She's a kid that grows up during the Clone War. A lot of Ryloth was fought on the ground battle, and the clones had the fighters. So I think for her, looking up into the sky was almost like a way of getting off the ground, getting out of danger.
We really wanted to show her love of flight. It wasn't just about being a combat pilot, but it was just how she expresses herself.
I have personal firsthand knowledge of what it means to be up in the air maneuvering around. My father has the exact same enthusiasm. He owns an open cockpit biplane. So I just go barnstorming with my dad.
The B-Wing is one of the most unique ships in the Star Wars galaxy. Can you describe some of its more interesting features?
Its coolest feature is the gyroscopic cockpit. The pilot always stays upright regardless of how the ship is revolving.
I wanted the B-Wing to look like you took a couple different starships and cut them up and put them together.
The thing at this point is to fly under the radar, and I think its capacity to do that is what is needed.
A big part of its charm and its allure was the fact that it was so underserved in the original trilogy. We knew it existed, but we never really got to see it in action.
Right.
The B-Wings and the A-Wings we really didn't see utilized much in the film. So we thought this was an opportunity to show that the X-Wings and Y-Wings were more with the different group of rebels.
The rebellion that we see in episode 4, we're just hanging out with General Dodonna's group, and they don't have those ships. By the time we get to Return of the Jedi, we've assembled the rebellion, the rebel fleet, all in one place to strike against the Death Star. So the groups that have the A-Wings and the B-Wings and the ships we haven't seen before, bring those to the table.
Hera is promoted to Phoenix Leader. What does this mean for her as a character moving forward?
This is a lot more responsibility for her, and we want to see her rise, because she is the best pilot.
I think it means a great deal, not so much in terms of the promotion, but insofar as, wow, okay, we're way more organized. This is going to be not a lot easier, but I have more tools at my disposal at that point to get stuff done.
Hey Chop, can you do me a huge favor? Can you go get me some coffee?
Ooh, can you get me one too? Vanilla latte with an extra shot, please.
Can I get a grande mocha?
Americano. Hold the Americano, but make it a double.
Chop, did you get all of that?
I don't care if you're an official employee. Still no joy.
Every week, I manage to track down the Lucasfilm Story Group's Pablo Hidalgo to ask him your pressing Star Wars questions. This week, his answers will shock and amaze you. I promise. Watch. Oh, hey, Pablo. I got a question for you.
Yeah, okay.
So Darius Jarominiak asks, what happened to Wolf and Gregor? Are they on board of the Ghost or somewhere else in the Rebel fleet?
Wolf and Gregor stayed behind. The mission was to get Rex. Rex was the one pulled out of retirement. Wolf and Gregor basically stayed retired. You know, one could argue, if you look at their mental states, maybe these aren't exactly the troopers you want aboard the Ghost. They basically went back to their life on Selos, and if you remember where we left them off, let's just say they've got a bigger boat now.
Great, thanks, Pablo.
Sure thing.
Got more questions about this week's episode or anything you want to know about Star Wars Rebels? Tweet them to @StarWars using the hashtag RebelsRecon and we'll answer what we can online. And now, because I love you, I have an exclusive clip of our next episode, Blood Sisters.
What's the matter with this thing?
Wait a minute, that is the courier. Talk about a low profile. He came in with the cargo payload. He's unit EG-86.
Nice to meet you, E.G. I don't get why they'd hide such important information in this binary box brain.
Well, would you suspect that thing of being a spy full of secrets?
No, I guess not.
That's too bad. Because I would.
Ketsu Onyo.
Thanks for watching Rebels Recon. We'll be back with another brand new episode next week. Until then, study up with our episode guide for Wings of the Master, only on StarWars.com. What's up, Rebels fans? This is Andy from StarWars.com here at Lucasfilm headquarters. This week we saw the return of Clone Wars fan favorite Hondo Ohnaka and Brothers of the Broken Horn. And lucky for you, I'm here to take you behind the scenes with cast and crew. This is Rebels Recon.